My name is Chow Chee Wen. I'm born in the year of 1965. This year I'm 57 years old. I've just retired in the year of 2020. Currently, I'm doing part-time teaching the game of Go to university students. I represented Malaysia to the 21st World Amateur Go Championships in Kyushu, Japan. I also currently the Deputy President for Malaysia Weiqi Association. The game of Go is a turn-based board game played between two players. It consists of a wooden board which have 19 by 19 grid lines drawn on it. We use black and white color stones, and the stones are being kept in two bowls. The game of Go is invented about 4,000 years ago in China, and approximately during the year of 200 AD, it was brought into Japan, and it's very quickly it's liked by the upper class of the Japanese. And then later on, it is getting more and more popular throughout the country. In order to play game of Go, all you need is to have a wooden board of square. So this is a 9 by 9 lines, and this is one of the smallest size of Go board. Of course, there are some others even smaller size, but generally for beginners, 9 by 9 is the common size that we are using. Other than a board, we will also need to use some stones. It will have some black color stones, and it will also need to use the white color stones. And the stones are being kept on a bowl, that is for us to keep it when the game is already over. As your skills improve, a 9 by 9 board size will be too small. So then you will proceed on to practice on a 13 by 13 board. That is a 13 by 13 board for the intermediate player. The standard Go board is made out of 19 by 19 board size. And when you play the game of Go, you need a full-size Go set, and you hold the stones and you put the stones on the line. To play the game of Go, there is a certain ways to hold the stones. You use your index finger and your middle fingers to clamp the stones, and before you place it on the board. I myself was having keen interest in the game of chess or xiangqi. At the age of about 13 years old, I stumbled upon a book written by a Japanese pro player, which is a translated book that describes how to play the game of Go. With some luck, I was struck with the moment of aha that I think I could decipher the way to play the game of Go, because it is very different from all the two board games that I have known to play earlier. The game of Go is very fascinating, and every time when you play the games, it has no repeat of situation at all. There was a saying that there isn't any repeated games throughout the history of the game of Go. And every time when I make the move, I'm actually presented with a puzzle, and solving the puzzle by making the move is a very challenging and rewarding experience. At the same time, because the game of Go there is no written characters or there's no figure, everything is just a black stone and a white stone. Actually, there's a lot of people with the Western cultures also like the game of Go a lot. So with the game, actually I can make a lot of friends throughout the world. The Malaysian government tried to promote a holistic education to the tertiary education students. So one of the methods they do is to provide optional co-curriculum studies to the students. So the game of Go is actually one of the options that the students can take in the universities. In fact, this year is happened to be the 10th year that I've been teaching the game of Go to the university students. These are some of the collections that I've collected over the years on the material relating to the game of Go. This is the very famous comics, the Hikaru no Go, that is very popular among youngsters. And over there is a fan from my favorite pro Go player, Takemiya Masaki. The game of Go requires one to exercise your mind so that it can make my mind to be very sharp. At the same time, it also trained me to be more meticulous whenever I try to think of a move. It also gives me the opportunity to have a self-introspective inspections into my own weaknesses so that I can improve on it and play a much better game. Beginners who like to learn this game of Go can easily find the information on YouTube, and in particular on internet there are a number of websites that is suitable for the beginners as well. You can look for something called OGS or maybe kosumi.net, and another one is sensei.library. So these are all good resources for beginners to start learning the game of Go.